Here we are getting ready for this showdown between these two fighters. Should be a good one. I'm Todd Grisham. Alongside me is Johnny Nelson.
Hi Todd, nice to be here with you.
It's time for our tale of the tape. So here's the crusher Sergey Kovalev, 183 centimeters tall with a reach of 184 centimeters. Up against them, Saúl Álvarez. He's 172 centimeters tall with a reach of 179.
Todd, this is well anticipated. I'm so looking forward.
Here comes one of the best light heavyweights to ever do it, Sergey Kovalev, known as the Crusher. While everyone refers to this man as Crusher, if you ask him, he describes himself as, quote, just a regular boxer. I doubt many of his opponents would agree with that assessment. Saúl Canelo Álvarez, a four-division, multi-time world champion, quite simply one of the greatest of all time.
This is going to be one hell of a fight.
This bout is scheduled for 12 rounds of boxing. Fighting out of the red corner from Chelyabinsk in Russia, here is the hard-hitting three-time light heavyweight champion of the world, Sergey Kovalev. Fighting out of the blue corner from Guadalajara, Jalisco, Mexico, here is Mexico's first ever undisputed world champion and renowned star of boxing. Here is a four-division world champion and an undisputed super middleweight champion of the world, Saúl Canelo Álvarez.
All the talking has been done. It's time to start doing the walking.
Take the phone off the hook. This is all I wanted to see right now, right in front of me.
No doubt about it. This was the hottest ticket in town by a country mile. Every seat has been sold. These two fighters promised us an offensive show. Let's see if they deliver. Digging into the ribcage now. Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. And that hook misses. Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. If you're a counter puncher, then basically you do the counter attack. You let them get their punch off first, and then you answer in kind.
Reaction is second to none. It's the blink of an eye, and they're waiting for any little twitch you do. So you've got to fight a counter puncher smart.
That counter shot lands. Beautiful counter punch. Punch, counter punch. Just missed with that jab. A lot of effort being exerted here. Deciding to let it all hang out here in this round. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Kovalev that last round. I promise you, all three judges... Here we go, round two. Who's going to land the first big shot? After a really strong round, let's see if they can finish the job.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
There's a counter shot. Good counter punching. they drop their guard, they get caught. This counter-puncher is going to wait for you to move first, and then will strike like a snake. Keep an eye on this guy.
You're fighting a counter-puncher, you've got a dummy shot. Make them react from that, then react them. I know it's hard to think that way, but counter-punchers, they're watching your every move, that every twitch.
Oh my word, Canelo just got clipped. Looks like they've shaken it off.
What recovery skills they are. What a shot it was. Completely gone. I thought there's no way he's going to finish this round. But look at that. Look at the movement. Look at the speed. Back on it. Like it never happened.
One punch could change everything in this battle. Nice counter shot. Swing and a miss with the jab. Good counter punch. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Let's talk about Kovalev that last round. You know that bell was sweet music to his ears.
Every second, every minute of this fight is important. Every second.
Nice round. Good round. I like that.
The bell rings and we start the third. Off their stools and ready to go. Let's hope this round is more competitive.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on you, and that's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
Beautiful counter shot. A straight right just misses. Nice counter. Looking to land the hook. Just misses with that left uppercut. This has been a very competitive round as we reach the midway point.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
They exchange punches. He misses with that jab. That counter punch caught him clean. He threw a punch and just got countered. Uh-oh, the Crusher in trouble. Did you see that? Kovalev is dazed. Let's talk about Kovalev that last round. Well, he is glad to have heard that bell.
You know, I've been in fights like that. When you're thinking, come on, bro, ring away. You walk back to the corner like you've just seen the sun.
Relax. Just stay focused.
Okay, now you're switching off.
Here we go to the fourth round. So not the best round, but let's see if they can turn it around here.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
Nice counter punch right up the middle. What do you think of this fight so far, Johnny?
They know the second they touch you, it's done. They're that powerful.
Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. The jab not finding its target. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. needs...
Real generals back in the building. Trust. Tell a man ease up. Getting my peas up, won't get a feel up. Is she in feeler? Food in the freezer. Them man try step with the heater. That's why my G's them roll with a squeezer. Expensive gas for the meter. Call me the teacher. True man I leading, call me a leader. Getting my peas up, won't get a feel up. Is she in feeler? Food in the freezer. Them man try step with the heater. That's why my G's them roll with a squeezer. Expensive gas for the meter. Call me the teacher. True man I leading, call me a leader. Pull up on a set, I might let man know what time that this is. If man move wicked, make man swim with the sharks and fishes. Respect my wishes, got bare creps and I step like kisses. And my fit stay clean like dishes, that's why gal wanna give man kisses. Gal wanna give man hugs, I don't drink and I don't do drugs. I used to wear my heart on a sleeve, that's why nowadays man I don't do love. Fake love might get a man killed, fake love might get a man drilled. I had to tell them let a man heal. Tell a man ease up, getting my peas up, won't get a feel up, is she in feeler? Food in the freezer, them man try step with the heater. That's why my G's them roll with a squeezer. Expensive gas for the meter. Call me the teacher, true man I leading, call me a leader. Down for the anarchy, them man I sing to the feds like Valerie. Any violations, man I see casualty. Even my manager still can't manage me, non-stop working down for the...
To be careful not to punch himself out. Those counter punches have to hurt. One of the best attributes to have in boxing has nothing to do with boxing. It's how well you can take a punch to the face.
Don't get trigger happy, because all of a sudden you're going to be gassing yourself out trying to get that shot, and that's when they catch you.
Well, we knew this was going to happen. Some taunting. Nobody home with that hook. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, this fight may stop here considering all the bruising and swelling on the face. The referee determines that we're good and we will continue to fight. Let's talk about Kovalev. Things are starting to heat up now as we enter the fifth. That last round was huge for him, Johnny. How does he keep the momentum going?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
A perfect counter shot. How about that time counter shot? Done with that counter shot. One punch could change anything when these two step in the ring. Catch and shoot. A perfect counter lands. How much confidence do you build when your opponents hit you with their best shot and you walk right through it?
Todd, you know what? Sometimes when I've done in the ring with fights like that and you punch them, you just want to run. You want that spaceship to come and lift you out there because you think, what the hell am I going to do now?
Nice counter shot. Neither one of them want this to go to the judges' scorecards. When are we going to see a jab from these two? And he scores with the counter. Nice work to block that right uppercut. And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. Nice counter punch. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Kovalev that last round. Talk about a one-sided 3 minutes. We just saw it.
As long as they don't get complacent, you think this is too easy. If they keep this same kind of pace up, they...
Let's start the 6th. Well, Johnny, can he keep the momentum going after that last huge round for him?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Good counter punch. You've seen all the famous boxing movies, the training scenes, the gym work. That's what it all boils down to. Who's going to have more endurance?
Midway through the fight, if you are tired, this can be the loneliest place in the world. If you cheated, now they're going to find out.
Nice counter punch right up the middle. Good counter punching. That jab won't score. Holding nothing back here in the round. There's a counter shot. And just as quickly as the action slows down, it heats back up. We've seen in the past from this fighter, they don't get concerned when they lose some of the earlier rounds because they know they've got that power that can strike at any moment.
I've seen certain fighters that can depend on just their power alone. Forget tactics. They know the second they touch you, it's done. That's where the confidence comes from.
This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Kovalev that last round. Well, we know they've got the advantage so far, but how does this match get turned around?
You can't leave it up to the judges. It's up to you as the...
Great work. Stay focused. Don't get back into the fight.
And there's the bell for round 7. That round was complete domination. Let's see if we can shake things up here in this round.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
He threw a punch and just got countered. Neither fighter willing to slow down. The only fear you have with this fighter is has he punched himself out? You hear people talk about a boxer's chin. Do they have a good chin? Do they have a glass jaw? Those are questions that are being answered here tonight.
What a gift. What a gift it is to have a chin where you know you can walk through anything and everything. When you let those shots go and it's just bouncing off and they're walking you down, it's so demoralizing. It absolutely breaks your heart. What else can you do?
Having a hard time finding a home with that right uppercut. Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Just when you think they're going to have a lull in the action, we get it heated back up. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Let's talk about Kovalev that last round. Well, it's no secret who has the... There's the bell to start round 8. They've got all the momentum on their side after that last round. Let's see what they do here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Punch, counter punch. This fighter has determined that they can walk through any punches that their opponent throws, and that's a very confident spot to be in.
This is when you get in the ring feeling like you're King Kong because you know you've got a chin that is not going to get dented.
Well, I guess he's decided he's going to taunt his opponent now. The straight right just misses. There's a big difference between being the aggressor and the effective aggressor. Which type are we seeing so far?
I've seen some aggressive fighters. They can terrorize the life out of you before they've even thrown their shot. The strength they have, the speed they have, and that knockout punch, they want to punch through you. They don't want to punch you. They want to punch straight through you. So you've got to be careful.
Well, if their intention is to anger the opponent, I think it's going to work. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Big shot, and Álvarez is on the canvas. That punch to the head looks so good live. Let's see it again in slow motion and really appreciate it.
A shot from the gods took him out.
One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You're out.
So time to go celebrate after a knockout win here.
Accuracy, power, punch perfect. That must hurt.